Linux Mint versus Windows. Why it's not the perfect replacement. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're tired of Windows updates, ads, telemetry, or just want something lighter and more private, you've probably heard the hype. Linux Mint is the best Windows replacement for beginners. And honestly, it's one of the strongest options out there. The Cinnamon desktop feels familiar. It's stable, it runs great on older hardware, and you can do most everyday tasks without ever opening the terminal. I've recommended it to friends and family, and many have successfully switched. But here's the thing. After watching real people try it, helping them troubleshoot, and using it myself as a daily driver, I have to be honest. Linux Mint is Windows-like, but it's not a Windows clone. There are 3 key areas where it still falls short for someone expecting a seamless, one-to-one experience. Today, I'm breaking them down fairly, with real-world context, so you can decide if Mint is right for you.
Number 1. Installing apps isn't always as simple as download and run. On Windows, it's muscle memory. Go to a website, download the .exe, run the installer, click Next a few times. Done. On Linux Mint, the preferred and safest way is through the software manager, basically a built-in app store with verified packages. It's clean, simple, and works great for thousands of apps. You can also use Flatpak, enabled by default in recent versions, for even more options from FlatHub. The friction comes when the app you need isn't in the official repositories. You might need to add a PPA, third-party repository, install .deb files manually, or set up Snap Flatpak support. It's not rocket science, but it is different. New users often feel lost hunting for the right way to install something. Tools like Wine, Bottles, or even VirtualBox help run Windows apps, but they add extra steps and aren't perfect for everything, especially professional creative software like full Adobe suites.
Bottom line, Mint gives you safer, more controlled software installation once you learn the system. But the workflow isn't as uniform or just works as Windows for every single program.
Number 2. Graphical troubleshooting tools are still limited. This is where things get anxiety-inducing for many switchers. When something breaks on Windows, you usually have Event Viewer, Device Manager, built-in troubleshooters, or third-party GUI tools to click through. On Linux Mint, there are solid everyday graphical tools, Driver Manager, Update Manager, Time Shift for snapshots, which is fantastic, by the way. But for deeper issues, rogue processes, detailed logs, hardware diagnostics, or network quirks, you often end up in the terminal. Commands like top, journalctl, or lspci get the job done efficiently, but they require learning new syntax. One wrong move and you get an error instead of guidance. It's powerful for those who know it, but intimidating if you just want to click buttons and follow prompts.
The good news? Many common problems have GUI workarounds or one-click fixes in recent Mint versions, like Driver Manager for NVIDIA. And communities are helpful. Still, this is the moment where it feels like Linux hits hardest.
Number 3. Most online guides are terminal first, even when GUI options exist. You chose Mint because it's beginner-friendly with lots of graphical apps, but search for how to customize something, tweak settings, or fix an issue, and 80 to 90% of results are copy-paste terminal commands. Linux guides prioritize efficiency. One command often beats a dozen clicks. That's great for experienced users, but terrible for newcomers who want screenshots, arrows, and step-by-step GUI instructions like Windows tutorials. Plus, the safety warning is real. Never blindly run random commands. On Windows, you can usually skim and spot red flags easier. On Linux, understanding what you're doing takes time and knowledge. There are more GUI-focused resources now, especially on YouTube and the official Mint forums, but the ecosystem still leans terminal-heavy.
Now, final thoughts. Expectation management is key.
Linux Mint isn't trying to be Windows 11 with a different logo. It's a completely different operating system designed around openness, stability, privacy, and user control. Cinnamon makes the transition smoother than most distros, and for web browsing, office work, media, light editing, and even gaming via Steam/Proton, it's excellent, often snappier and without the bloat. But if your workflow depends on specific Windows-only professional apps, complex hardware, or zero learning curve, you might end up frustrated or dual booting. Test it first on a live USB or in a virtual machine. My recommendation? Give Mint a fair shot if you value freedom from forced updates and ads. Spend a weekend exploring the Software Manager, Driver Manager, and Timeshift. Join the Linux Mint forums. They're welcoming. The investment in learning pays off with a system that feels truly yours. What do you think? Have you switched to Mint or another distro?
Drop your experience in the comments. I read them all. If this helped, like and subscribe for more honest tech discussions. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.